guys, welcome back to my channel. Stingray72 here. What I want to do today, let's get right into it. The 20 worst cities in the United States. This is a list compiled by a website called the Top Tens. So I'm reading my list here. I'm going to go ahead right into it. Again, this is compiled information for crime per 1,000 residents, school system, poverty rate, homeless rate. Those are the four things that they have it listed by. Again, top 20, let's go. I'm going to go from 20 to number 1. Number 20, Oakland, California. It says Oakland is the largest city in the county seat of Alameda County, California, United States. A major West Coast port city, Oakland is a large city in the East Bay region of San Francisco Bay Area. Third largest city overall, San Francisco area, the 8th most populated, and the 45th largest city in the United States. They said the corridor between Oakland and Richmond, California, has been one of the worst cases of rapists, poverty, and psychotomy. And that's crazy. Okay, so number 20, Oakland, California. Number 19, I'm going to butcher this name, Passaic, New Jersey. It does not have any information. It just says that Passaic, New Jersey is number 19 for one of the worst cities in the United States. Number 18, El Paso, Texas. El Paso, Texas is one of the safest places in the United States, but across the river from one of the most dangerous places in the world. So the biggest threat here is that someone may be rude. So in essence, they're saying that the people there are great, but because it's so close to the border of our folks down in Mexico, that's what makes it really dangerous. It doesn't say too much about the poverty. It says right over the border there might be some drugs there, but other than that, there are good people, good-hearted people here. All right, number 17, Miami, Florida is one of the worst cities in the United States, according to this website. Officially, the city of Miami is a cultural, economic, and financial center of South Florida. Miami is the seat of Miami-Dade County and the most populous city in Florida. Lots of people say if you live here, don't own anything because more than likely it'll be taken away from you. Number 16, Port Arthur, Texas. Again, nothing listed for this city either. Number 15, St. Louis, Missouri. Definitely not a safe place to live. Should be higher on the list than number 15. How is this not higher? It literally has the most murders. Trashy town. Buildings need some serious renovations. This is what people are saying. They're writing into this place, and you can add your own information, your own comments and stuff on this website. Again, it's called top10s.com. We're looking at the 20 worst cities in the United States according to this list. Number 14, let's go. Baltimore, Maryland. I am really surprised that this is number 14. I live in the state of Maryland, and I know what I'm talking about. Baltimore is a beautiful city. Of course, it has dangerous parts, but every city has dangerous areas. Maryland is an amazing state. True to all of that. Of course, there are going to definitely be places that are really beautiful wherever you go, and there's always going to be some place across the tracks, as we say, that gives it its lackluster build, and we build from that. If you live on the east side, you might survive, but the town is so dangerous you probably wouldn't want to live there. These are actual residents of Baltimore who have said things like this. Let's move on. Number 13, New York, New York. I get that, and no disrespect to any of my family and or friends who are in New York, but your city is garbage. I think it just gets a lot of hype because it's the city that never sleeps. Well, someone needs to go to sleep. It needs to be cleaned. I can speak to this, personally. I've been in New York plenty of times, and within the city, like they said here, it says, I've lived here a long time, but I'm so glad I moved to South Florida. New York sucks and is highly overrated. All the people here hate each other. No one has manners, and all the buildings look the same. Now, because these hipsters have bought and knocked down the unique and detailed buildings that were once there, then turn them into generic looking high-rise condos and garbage. Not to mention it's full of trash. There's homelessness and homeless people everywhere you go regardless whether there are good or bad people. The rents here are ridiculous and everything is unaffordable. Also, there's police involved shootings here constantly, and everyone who runs the city is is a greedy politician, and no one cares about anything except for their money, and no one pays attention to the city, only to themselves. An absolutely terrible and horrible place to live. I really hate the city and I'm so glad I left. And that was someone who was a resident there from 1964 until 2021. All right, that's number 13, New York, New York. Number 12, let's keep going. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is baby New York, in my opinion, and is dirty. Also, again, no disrespect. I have family and friends who live in these cities. And I think that the biggest hype for me with Philadelphia, of course, growing up as a child, is going to see the Liberty Bell, because that's where Rocky ran. Da, da, da. He was getting it. But we got there, got to the Liberty Bell, it's got the crack in it. Now what? Oh, let's go to get some Philly cheesesteaks. Authentic Philly cheesesteaks. You got Pat's and then you got Geno's. Cat a corner right there. Garbage. And I think that's because I'm used to cheesesteaks here in DC where I am. I'm used to, or you know, where I'm from. I'm used to good food that has flavor. But then I'm told when I go up there and I got a sandwich from Geno's, my husband got one from Pat's, and then we came back, ew, this is garbage, it's so mean, ew, it's so gross. And then everybody was like, well, no, you got to go to this place, you got to go to this place. I won't be going back to go to those places. Thank you, Philadelphia, for hosting me for about 2 hours so that I can stand in line 1 hour to get the sandwich and one line to get back on the highway to get back home. Let's keep going. Number 11, Los Angeles, California. I will admit, this is a city that I would love to visit. I would love to visit the city of Los Angeles. I would love to visit the state of California. Never been. I always said if I ever moved to the West Coast, excuse me, it would never be the state of California. It would be either in Nevada or it would be in Arizona. I would love to live close enough that I can drive to LA and get my ass back in the car and drive back home. Let's see, Los Angeles, California says, yes, there are lots of fun things to do here, along with some great places to eat, but LA is kind of bad because of things such as a high rate of homelessness, horrible traffic, and lots of gangs. It's not good. It's not as good as people say it is, and there are better cities in California. I believe that. I have friends who do live in California. I have family that lives in California. My mom actually moved there. They didn't like it too much. Well, it was different from where they were. And initially they liked it because, they're more laid back. But eventually they moved back home here on the East Coast. LA is quite a mess, honestly. It's not as nice as some people say it is. There's lots of drugs and gangs as well as large homeless rate. The traffic here is horrible. So those are the three things that I'm seeing in all of these comments. The things about drugs and gangs as one. Homelessness and traffic. So I guess that's, that can be said with any city, any state. Anyway, 11, Los Angeles, California. Let's keep going. Hackensack, New Jersey, number 10. I don't know that I know anyone in Hackensack, New Jersey, but it says worst criminal corruption in the United States. Because most terror in the United States they cause the most terror in the United States of the world today. Hackensack, filthy capital of terrorists and corruption working together in one building, City Hall, courthouse, redeveloping from there. Prosecutors, sheriff, and police officials, worst abuse of criminals in the U.S. They cause the most Islamic, Libyan, neo-Nazi terror in U.S. and New York City, 9/11 attack. People don't like this city. And it sounds like it's a lot of political mess that's going on for the reason why people don't like that. Number 10, Hackensack, New Jersey. Let's move on. Number 9, Cleveland. I have family there. Don't talk about my folks. I have family there in Cleveland. A resident here says Cleveland is the most miserable city to live in after Detroit, for obvious reasons. The weather is ridiculous. The sports are awful. The police are almost as bad as the rampant crime. The city is filled with homelessness because the economy here has not recovered, which is also why there's so many boarded up businesses and homes. The only saving grace is that it's cheap comparatively because no one wants to live in this mistake on the lake. Wow. All right. There it is. Number 9, Cleveland, Ohio. Number 8, Trenton, New Jersey. Jersey, y'all getting it in for such a small state. Trenton has one of the most popular. I'm sorry. I'm going to start that over. Trenton has one of the most poor, uneducated, and crime-ridden demographics in the United States. All of the cities in New Jersey are bad except Cherry Hill. They're all bad. Cherry Hill is full of terrorists, blah blah blah. So here we are. So I'm from what I'm seeing about the cities in New Jersey that are on the worst list. It's all about political stuff. So maybe there's something there. I don't know. That was number 9, but number 7 is Flint, Michigan. We all know the crisis in Flint, Michigan that they've had years back, and I believe are still having now with the water. It says another city ruined by Democrats. Just like Detroit, it's a violent crime infested ghetto run by a corrupt Democrat council. All right. So all of these cities so far are talking about crime and politics. I'm glad that they're throwing politics in there because crime is always going to be a thing. Number 6, Newark, New Jersey, home of Whitney Houston. Rest in peace. The Voice. Okay. It says, someone said I had the misfortune to be stranded at the Newark airport years ago and had to run a gauntlet of rude and unhelpful staff until I can get a return flight home, and all I could say to the airport is that anything like Newark itself, and then I'm glad to never see it again in life or in the next life. Well, damn, you're already preparing to not see it the next life either. Guess I won't see you next lifetime. Let's keep going. Number 5, Gary, Indiana. 3 lines. It's creepy, abandoned buildings. Don't turn away, the smell will. Holes in the states, it's creepy there. Home of the Jacksons, 2300 Jackson Street, always home. Number 4, Camden, New Jersey. Jersey, y'all up in this. Y'all all up in there, Jersey. Come on now, get it. It says, who says that the oppressed is just in Camden? Don't think Democratic, fascist, communist New Jersey and police haven't been keeping them away. Blah, blah, and blah. Political stuff. People don't like Camden. That's number 4. Let's move to number 3. Why? Because it's Chicago, the Chi. All right. Chicago, officially the city of Chicago, is the 3rd most populous city in the United States with over 2.7 million residents. It is also one of the most populous cities in both the state of Illinois and the Midwestern states of the United States. Chicago is considered one of the most important business centers in the world. I guess I figured that. We got Harpo Studios, Oprah. Everyone loves Oprah. So that's number 3. Let's move on to number 2. What is it? Englewood, New Jersey. Hey, Jersey. For you to be such a small ass state, you got 30,000 of your cities in this damn list of 20. Let's check that out. Terrible, cruel people like to watch children and other people suffer. So many there are hurt and afraid, try to stay safe, hiding in their homes, but fail. Worse, corruption and organized crime and terror working together behind the veil, and they do the worst, dirtiest jurisprudence in history. So, Jersey, your political stance in the world is garbage, I'm guessing. Why am I guessing it? Because you're number 2. Know what number 1 is? The Detroit. Detroit is the largest and most populous city in the United States state of Michigan. Located across the Windsor, Ontario, Canada, and the Detroit River, Detroit has an estimated population of 672,662 people in 2018. I don't know if those numbers have gone up or down, but I've seen video, I've seen news reports, I've seen documentaries. I have family in Detroit and a few friends in Detroit who've indicated that businesses are null and void. There's nothing there, like nothing there. People go across the river to work, like taking the ferry, and it's really sad when we're supposed to be the richest country in the world and we have things like this. Of course, every place is going to have good places and bad places, like I indicated previously. But for us to be the richest country in the world and to have these issues, majority of these 20 cities that I named have issues with politics, which indicates that there's either a corrupt government or that we have a government that's corrupt. one of those two, which is the same. Who am I? I'm Stingray 72. Who are you? You are in my new family. I totally thank you and appreciate you for selecting this video. This was something I was thinking about. I was thinking about crime rate, and I wanted to come on really quickly and just use this little video. I just took up about 15 minutes of your time. I won't be before you long like every pastor says before a 2-hour sermon, but for real, I appreciate you selecting this video. Thank you for riding with me on my road to 1K by 2023. I appreciate you. So don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please, and thank you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my other channel here that I share with my husband. It's called Monray. Thank you. Okay, bye.